Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's another World Cup 2010 update, and what an exciting World Cup it has been so far. Welcome. Give all our YouTube viewers a wave as well, Ian, today.
Hello.
Because hundreds and hundreds of you are catching up on our World Cup updates via the YouTube channel. So welcome if you are one of them. Ian Irving is our World Cup guru who's been taking us through step by step by step. And of course, we're almost about to reach the crescendo of the competition. And lots of exciting things still happening in the past few days over the weekend. It's been a bit of a crazy one. More surprises.
Highlight, probably Germany's 4-0 win over Argentina, which, if anything, made us feel a little bit better, perhaps, that we only got beat 4-1 and Argentina got beat 4-0.
This is true.
But Ghana and Uruguay, an unbelievable game, but these are the pictures, of course, from Germany's win. And they just were, quite simply, the better side. They absolutely outplayed Argentina. They were better in defence, they were better in attack. Argentina, with the likes of Messi, Tevez, Higuain up front, didn't create a chance, clear-cut chance all game, and it really was Germany's time to shine, and they just put on a fantastic performance. And some people now will have them down as favourites for the tournament because, the way that they've played, as going through, they've scored 4 goals in 3 games against Australia, against England, and against Argentina now as well, and they look really strong. They'll go on, of course, to play Spain in the semi-finals, which is perhaps the most difficult game that they could face, because obviously Spain are the favourites now that Brazil are out.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that brings me very nicely onto Holland's 2-1 win over Brazil.
Yeah.
And again, a little bit of a shock, really.
How unexpected, but Holland have been the dark horses in this tournament. I mean, we know they've got some great international players. That the gelling works as a team for Holland incredibly well. They just seem to have the golden touch this World Cup.
Yeah, it's just happened for them. Again, they've got some very talented attacking players. So Wesley Sneijder there celebrating. He scored 2 goals, one of which was really an own goal, a bit of a mistake. Dunga there, he's been sacked. Now, he's faced a lot of criticism coming into this World Cup because of the brand of football that Brazil were playing. They're of course known for the samba attacking style, all-out attack, and lovely football. There is elements of that in this Brazil side, but Dunga's team was very much built on hard work and a team ethic as much as anything else, and a strong defence, which is very un-Brazilian, and faced a lot of criticism. So perhaps it's no surprise that he's been sacked after exiting.
Too nice, then, really.
You mean Dunga?
Yeah. Well, in his kind of. Has he tamed the natural tiger of the team that would have been then, do you think?
Yeah, but I don't know whether nice is the word, really, because he's had a grit and hard work and, a real work ethic. So a mean team, if you like, rather than an all-out attacking side with smiles on their faces. It's been a lot more.
But they've kicked him out.
Graft. Yeah, he's been sacked. They got knocked out in the quarter-finals. Obviously, that's not good enough for Brazil. You're talking about a nation that's won the World Cup more than any other team. And yeah,
you can't win every year either, can you? I mean,
no, but they'll expect to, and that's perhaps a surprising thing when we talk about the pressure that's on England when we come into these sort of tournaments. England have won the World Cup once back in 1966. If you're a Brazil player going into this World Cup, you've got the pressure of 5 previous World Cup wins.
Yeah.
So surely that's more pressure to live up to than one win years and years and years ago.
Is that why we didn't step up to the mark? It's just been so long now, we just can't see.
I think we've forgotten how to win.
Exactly, we've forgotten the possibility of a win, haven't we?
Yeah.
Thank heavens for the cricket and for Wimbledon as well, because at least we've got a little bit of success coming through there.
Yeah.
But the same disappointment with Andy Murray, unfortunately.
Well,
but, there you go. We can't have everything, can we? We can't win everything, or the Eurovision Song Contest. But that's not what we're here to talk about, is it? Just quickly, Ian, just going back to England, we were talking about Fabio Capello's future.
Yeah.
We weren't quite sure which way it would go.
No.
But you were more on the side that he would stay in place because of his record previously. But do you think that was the main motivation for that decision by the FA, because they announced it much earlier than they said they were going to originally. They were going to take the rest of the tournament, weren't they, and announce it after the end of the World Cup. Or do you think the speculation and the criticism of them led them to an earlier decision?
I'm not sure, really. Cynical people will say it's because they can't afford £12 million to pay him off in the last 2 years of his contract. Now, I'm not going to sit here now and say that because we've absolutely no idea. What you can say is that perhaps they're thinking that stability is going to be better than change, and perhaps giving him the opportunity now to sculpt a New England side, to start bringing some of the younger players through, something that he's talked about already since the World Cup's finished, and perhaps initiate a bit of a change in English football. Then they want someone like him who, is an experienced manager. He's got a World Cup under his belt now. Okay, it didn't go as well as it should have done, and perhaps could have done for England. However, he's got that experience now of tournament football that he's never had before. So perhaps going forward to the European Championships in 2012, then perhaps it puts England in a far better position because they've got a much more experienced manager. However, we will see. We will see.
You're very generous to Fabio, aren't you?
Don Fabio, you know, is one of the guys. But I think that Fabio Capello is undoubtedly, you know, a very, very talented coach, and it's just not worked out for one reason or another. Give him another chance. Let's see. It's only 2 years, and if it doesn't go right, then they can always get rid of him, and it'll cost them a lot less because obviously it won't be the situation that they've had in the past in terms of trying to get rid of a manager that's still got 2 years left on his contract when it's a £6 million deal. But can I just mention,
Fabio, if you're watching, there's one heck of a PR in this guy for you as well. So if you ever happen to cross him, then snap him up quickly because everyone will be after him.
Yeah, I was just going to say the Ghana game. I don't know if anyone at home saw this game, but it wasn't great, and then it all came to life right at the end of extra time. It was a 1-1 draw with Uruguay. 2 fantastic goals in the game. Diego Forlan scoring again for Uruguay, and it was Suleiman Tari for Ghana. But literally the last moment of extra time, the clock had gone over 30 minutes, which is obviously the allotted time for extra time.
Yeah.
And there was a great save from Uruguay's keeper, then a block on the line, and then a second block on the line, which was handball. So a penalty was awarded.
Yeah.
Now, Asamoah Gyan, who's taken, I think, 2 penalties already in the World Cup, steps up to take it. Everyone expected him to score, send Ghana through, an African nation through to the semi-finals. And he missed the penalty, so it went to a penalty shootout.
Yeah.
Guess who steps up to take the first penalty? Asamoah Gyan absolutely bagged it right in the top corner. No problem at all, as if nothing had just happened.
Yeah.
But it was Uruguay who went through, so... You know, again, the cynics would say FIFA didn't get the wish and an African team through, but Uruguay been a surprise package for some. They're through to the semi-finals now, and they play tomorrow against Holland. Now, we probably expect Holland to go through, but the way Uruguay have played, who knows?
You just don't know, do you, at the moment? I mean, there have been so many shock results at the end. I mean, you know, ever since I guess our interest as a nation has kind of intensified since we've been out, and we've been keeping an eye. And of course, you know, a lot of people are in sweepstakes and things like that. They're really kind of gunning for them, aren't they? But some very, very interesting results coming up as well. Of course, we've got that result on Saturday as well, the German win there over Argentina, which I guess, like you say, does give us some kind of cold comfort.
Have you heard about Paul the Octopus?
No, go on.
There's an octopus in Germany who has been predicting Germany's games as they've gone along. Now you can ask, how can an octopus do that?
Yeah.
Well, basically, he's in a big tank.
Yeah.
He dropped 2 balls in with a flag of each nation on.
Yeah.
And whichever one he grabs is he predicts to be the winner. Now, every single time, apart from the Serbia game when Germany lost, he's grabbed the Germany ball. And the Serbia game, he grabbed the Serbian ball.
This is a very scientific way of working it out.
He's been right though every time. If you'd been betting with him, you'd have made a lot of money.
That's probably worth keeping an eye on then, if you want to. Now listen, the results, the fixtures that are still to come, because of course we're now quarterfinals, aren't we? Semi-finals now, aren't we? This shows how closely I've been following it. Here are the fixtures. There you go. Then tomorrow, so it's Uruguay against the Netherlands. We were talking about that before. You're expecting, or the expectation is that the Netherlands will just walk this one.
Yeah, you would have thought so that they would win. Then Wednesday, Germany and Spain. Massive game. The way Germany have been playing and the way Spain have been playing, you might say it favours Germany, but Spain are an extremely talented side, and it should be a great set of semi-finals there. And then, of course, the final on Sunday.
Absolutely. And your prediction for that right now being Monday?
The prediction for the final?
Yeah.
Netherlands and Spain, probably a Spain win.
Okay, all right, okay. Well, we'll see how that all pans out with the fixtures that we have through the week. And Ian, back on Friday. Yeah. And of course, that's the build-up to the big final. It seems to have gone past so quick. I mean, it's a 4-week competition, but it seems to have flown past.
As soon as you get to the knockout stages, it absolutely flies.
Absolutely.
It flies.
And the best is yet to come.
Hopefully.
Ian, thank you, sir. We'll see you again on Friday.